I still got those blue moons.
Yes, back again off a little hiatus. Gone for a minute. What's good? What's good? What's up, Tone? What's up, E? What's cracking in the world?
Man, I'm here. I'm alive. I made it.
E?
Eating.
What's up?
Oh God.
What's up?
God damn.
Maybe we should tell
What's happening?
the people what's been going on. This kind of got us, hit and miss. This is a very important time for us. For a lot of people who would know us, would probably know that it's this month's right here are very important for us. Some things happen for us annually, not no more for me, but for my brother. And E, why don't you speak on a little bit? What's been going on with you, man? This kind of got us on hiatus a little bit.
No, I'm good.
You good?
What?
Okay.
No, we're not starting the show like that.
Oh,
Okay,
E, man.
okay.
E,
I didn't-
you traveled the world a little bit, though, bro.
Okay, but you putting my business all out there like that. I didn't really want
That's
to
not
speak
what
on.
I'm talking about. I don't want you to speak on
Okay,
that
here
part.
we
I'm,
go.
I'm talking about the good things that's
He
been
passed
going on.
Colorado.
Like
He didn't go over the world.
top ramen.
Just,
United States.
so this double bubble, this should be good, you know, motherfucker, boy. But it don't
can
hold
hear.
flavor for nothing though.
Of course not.
Like you chew it like 10 times, it's done.
Damn.
It's like,
Then it get hard as fuck.
it's like Bazooka Joe.
Bazooka Joe.
Yeah, but
That's
you can Joe some
nasty
good shit
shit.
too.
That's some good shit, but damn, if that motherfucker don't last for
I'm
I'm
10
trying to
minutes-
chomp on it real quick. Get
When
all
I
the
played
flavor out.
baseball when I
I'm
was a
gonna
kid
spit it
and
out.
shit, Bazooka
Yeah,
Joe. That shit nasty,
damn.
motherfucker.
Yeah, but, okay,
So
so
basically, you don't want to tell me where you been. I
No,
don't
I can tell
need
you
you to
why.
tell me the details. I
I can tell you
talking
why
about
I've
the
been.
good
So-
thing it is.
hang on, I'm spitting my gum out.
He's with his second family.
Okay, so yeah, so we've been gone. Well, we've been gone off the air, but I've been gone out of town. I went to. I started out with a local stop in Oakland. I was in Oakland for a couple of days. From Oakland, I went to Dallas. Was in Dallas for like 3-4 days. Loved it. Dallas has always been one of my favorite spots. Ate good. Saw some family. So I got a brother that lives there, some cousins. But that was nice.
Yeah.
Then from Dallas, we went to Kansas City. And I went to Kansas. I've been to Kansas City. I stayed a summer in Kansas City, Missouri for a summer with another cousin. And hadn't been there since. And that was like probably, we're talking, I don't know, 7th grade, 6th grade. So it was all right, but the food was amazing. Had some good barbecue.
I was gonna ask you about that. one.
Yeah.
There's a spot that I'm not even for sure what the name is, but it's a gas station, and I guess a long time ago they used to they used to like sell barbecue out the back. So, but the barbecue got so popular that it became a gas station / restaurant, and the barbecue sells more than the gas does there. But your boy, what's old dude that died? What's the Bourdain or whatever? What was his
Oh,
name?
Anthony Bourdain.
Yeah, he was. It was on his show. He featured it, and so it was world famous. But they had some good barbecue there. So I went I think I went to a couple of restaurants there barbecue, and I hit up Augusta's famous chicken too. That was
And again, you said that was KC.
yeah, it was Kansas City.
Oh,
Kansas
nice,
City,
nice,
hot as
nice,
fuck.
Nice.
Oh shit, it was hot. Dallas was hot. Kansas City was hot.
Yeah.
Then
Summer.
so then left Kansas City and it went to Atlanta,
Woo.
the ATL. So Atlanta, bro.
Yeah.
It's my first time ever spending any time in Atlanta. I've been into the airport where switching flights and stuff, but I never got to experience Atlanta.
Is that I heard this. I know nothing about Atlanta. I've never been other than a drive-through. Is it like the capital for black people? Like a lot of blacks there?
Hollywood. That's Black Hollywood, right?
Black Hollywood. Yeah. So you
Well,
heard that.
it's
You
becoming-
heard something like that. Yeah, I've heard that.
Well,
that-
it's becoming Hollywood for everybody because I guess it's cheaper to do movies there, and they're doing a lot of movies there in Atlanta
Oh, that's
now.
cool. That's cool.
But as far as the blackness goes,
The blackness.
the blackness, keep on.
Keep on.
The blackness, nigga, I ain't never ever seen so many black people in my life,
That's what they said.
bruh. And
Yeah.
when I say, like, so when you picture that, you picture, I don't know, you picture her being at a, I don't know, concert or something and seeing hella black people. When I mean black people, I'm like we went to restaurants, right?
Uh-huh.
And the and some of these restaurants were like high scale, not high scale, but nice restaurants.
Mhm.
You know, higher than, you know, not. We're not gonna say it was Nobu's, but when it's higher than Chili's. It's higher than you know, that type BJ's or
More like
th-
Scott's on the river.
yeah. So we're talking about nice restaurants,
Okay.
but maybe not. I'm sure people have seen higher end restaurants, but it's still a nice restaurant.
Mhm.
So you go to these nice restaurants, man, and big restaurants, and there'd be everybody in there eating. They're black. Everybody who works there, black. The policemen outside and stuff, black. Everywhere we went, it was just black folks. It's crazy to me. And when you see like white folks in the restaurant, they're like, there's like one or two of them, and everybody. We went to Papa Do's, and we don't have one of those in Sacramento, but I know in Dallas we went. There was one in Dallas. We went to the one in Atlanta. Nice restaurant, you know, and in a big restaurant. And like I said, I'd never seen not only black folks, but good-looking black folks. It's like everybody's doing well. And as we were out there, we also seen like nice cars, like a Bentley pull up next to us. And you look over in the Bentley, and it's another black person. And you're like, it's just, it really stood out to me. And we always brag about how, you know, me and Tony, I know for sure, we always talk about the melting pot that we live in here in California, and that's one of the things that we like, we embrace about California. Is
yeah, for sure.
the melting pot, different cultures, different races, all coming together. Yeah, fuck all that. Atlanta's
All
like
shades of black.
Wakanda, bro. Them motherfuckers is doing shit over there.
You was
Okay,
like loving hip hop over there.
man.
Yeah.
Atlanta was nice, bro. And it was, you know what? And to get past the black part of it, it was Atlanta made Sacramento look like that little town that Green Acres was in.
Damn.
It made us look country than the hell because every restaurant, like we would go to restaurants. Like the first night I got there, we were going to our hotel room and I was hungry, and we were worried about this burger joint called Backyard. They got everywhere around there, and we were worried about it's too late. It was right there. We seen it, but it was like they're probably gonna be closing in a minute, and you know it was kind of late. It's like maybe 10:30, 11, and we get to the front door and it says it closes at 4 a.m. And we looking at all these different restaurants when we stayed there for 5 days. So in that 5 days, we would look at restaurants and the hours, every place stayed open till 2, 3, 4 in the morning. Like they got nightlife, bro. We don't,
Man, we got nothing out here, man.
man, you know Sacramento, shit.
1
Our
o'clock,
clubs
closed.
are closed at 12 o'clock.
Stop flickering the lights
12:30,
and
yeah,
shit.
12:30, they be like last call.
Fucking bottles again thrown out.
So it was kind of crazy to witness all that, and you know, to get past, like I say, all the black and the good eating, because we ate real well out there.
Yeah, they got
The-
some good food out there.
It's beautiful out there. It really is. It's a pretty city. I didn't care too much for the traffic.
LA traffic?
It was up there with LA traffic, bro.
Dang.
It was back there where we went was backed up, and mind you, they were doing construction, so I don't know if that's just the way it always is, but yeah, traffic kind of sucked.
Who was the construction workers? Were they black?
They were, of course, they was black, man. I'm telling
Hey,
you.
you was
So
in Wakanda,
the thing about
USA.
it, So real quick,
I love it.
just to sum it up. So like here in Sacramento, we have black biker clubs. Like you'll see like Harley Davidsons, and you'll see a bunch of brothers on them, and it'll be a biker club, right? A black biker club. Uh, we've seen that, but the difference is that in Atlanta, it was like they weren't biker clubs. Like when you seen that big Harley coming down the way, it was just a brother on a Harley. You know what I'm saying? Like just same way with the big trucks. Like I seen a couple. I saw a Jeep and I saw another truck that was raised hella high, big ass knobby wheels on it. And you expect to see that white boy with the what do you call that camo shit they be wearing? The
camouflage shit.
Yeah, but what's that wood shit, that name brand they be wearing? And you expect to see that white boy pull up next to you,
Duck Dynasty shit.
and it'd be a brother pulling up next to you.
That's it. I love it.
In the big truck. So everything that everything that could be white that you associate as white,
Right.
in Atlanta, I'm sure outside Atlanta it's white, but in Atlanta, it's also black, and it's black in a major way. They representing every aspect of life. So if you got the country boy to the suit wearing downtown city worker, downtown CEO.
The Brooks Brothers suit.
Exactly. It's all black, which is it's just crazy to me how that.
It sounds like it's
was.
country laid back, but with a big city feel to it.
Yeah.
you
What's
built
pretty
it, the
amazing to me
Volkswagen?
is like Eric was talking about
I'm
bike
sorry.
clubs, like the Soul Brothers
back with
is probably
whip
the
appeal.
biggest bike club that I know around here, which is a gathering of black people coming together. But in Atlanta, he's basically saying there's no need for those type of gatherings because the whole city is black.
It's
we
like
can show
that
our
all the
unity
time.
all the time, which is
Yeah.
amazing. You know what I'm saying?
So
But,
so
there's no bike clubs
exactly.
like Just Clowning and Soul Brothers. They
No
don't
Rough
need that.
Riders.
Yeah.
Don't mention bike clubs, bro.
Them family members. My brother's in one and my partner's in the
here we
other.
go.
So they're family members.
Them
That's all
niggas
right.
will be at our front door asking for.
All they gonna do
asking
is
for their
love. All they
dues.
can do is ask for love. That's
Them
all we
cats
got.
still wearing white tees out there. Snapping their fingers.
They just, it's just not like you say. It's an everyday thing out there. Like I noticed that when we were at the restaurants. I know out here, we don't really have a lot of soul food restaurants. So when you're at a soul food
Nope.
restaurant in this area, even in the Bay Area, you feel like you're somewhere. You're somewhere like it's
Yeah.
an event.
Yeah.
Where out there, they just out getting something to eat. To us, out getting something to eat means Chipotle,
Yeah.
McDonald's, whatever we go to. But to
Rice
them.
bowl.
To them, going out getting something to eat is Gus's Chicken. Is so and so. I can't remember all the names of all these damn
That
chicken
sounds
places.
good though, right there. That sounds
Sound
some
cool.
good chicken.
Man,
It
Gus's
sounds good.
Chicken.
Yeah.
That sound like
Man,
they
they
got some good
They had,
chicken.
man, bro. They had all kind of different chicken places, bro. I
God.
can't even remember all the names of them. I can't remember all the
It's the
names of
South.
them, but we ate. Man, I thought I was gonna grow feathers, nigga. That's how many chickens
I was
I
gonna
ate.
say that too.
That's how many chickens I had. We were some chicken eating niggas.
Checking his,
Yeah.
checking his cholesterol and shit.
Bro, we was some chicken eating motherfuckers while we was gone.
I
So
would. God damn.
I didn't. Now I'm gonna be real with you. I didn't even get sick of it. The only thing I kind of missed a little bit, and we refused to eat it while we were out on the road, was Mexican food. And you know how I like tacos, so we purposely didn't eat tacos because we were like, man, we where we at? I think we were in like Kansas City at that time, and we was like, man, I'll be damned if we from California and we gonna travel to Missouri or to Kansas and
No.
buy some tacos.
You might find that one spot.
Man,
some
please.
bomb-ass
Ain't no
tacos.
Mexicans in Kansas making no bomb ass tacos.
You never know.
Man, please.
You never know.
First of all,
That's good.
a Mexican in Kansas is called Cherokee.
no.
Yeah,
You stupid as shit.
there ain't no Mexicans in.
I thought that was your peoples.
It was my people, but
Yeah,
I'm
Navajo.
I'm not that no more.
Oh, that's right. No,
No,
black-
red dot.
You know what I
foot.
am now, bruh?
Foot.
I'm
Punjabi.
Ugandan
Ugandan.
because
Proud of your blackness.
Did
just
you
to
do-
sum it all, to
did
bring
you
it
do
all
your
around,
thing? Did you
just
do
to
your
bring
thing?
it, just to bring it all around, bruh. I finished up Atlanta at Coke World, and when you
Oh.
go, if anybody's been to Coke World, you know, at the end of at the end of Coke World, they got a room called the Taste Room where you can sit in all day if you want to and drink Coke after Coke after Coke after Coke. But the great thing about Coke World is they got stations. You laughing at me.
How many Ugandans did you taste?
Listen,
Pause.
bruh. Listen. They got stations for every continent. So when you go to North America, you get all the North American flavors. When you
Right.
go to the South Latin countries, you get all the Latin drinks, right?
Fantastic.
When you get to Africa, you get all the African sodas. So
Which
I'm
is-
thinking to myself, and I hate to be this way because I'm black, but I thought to myself, I know Africa's got to have some of the nastiest sodas. I don't know why I thought that. But I just thought that, man, because African food, I ain't taste it, I hear it ain't great.
Mm.
So I'm like, this has got to be some of the nastiest shit ever, right? So I taste all the other continents and, it's soda. But I get to Africa, bruh, and they got this Fanta that's got, and it's called Exotic. And,
What's
bruh,
that?
that's what it tastes like. It tastes like exotic.
Damn.
It tastes like flowers.
Tastes like Sade.
Yes.
Damn.
Yes, that's exactly what it
Hey,
tastes
I-
like.
It had to.
Bruh, it was
You can't get more
so.
exotic
It
than
tastes like the
Sade.
Now or Later mystery flavor.
Yeah. See, I was thinking something like that, but I was thinking more like it tastes like diabetes in the bottle. Too much sugar. That's what I was thinking.
See,
So
you
I'm
cracking
wrong like
jokes.
you was.
You cracking
I'm
jokes.
wrong like
and
you
I'm
was.
real.
If it was good, it was good. But I'm just saying,
Wait a minute, we all
we
drank
put
Coke.
Wait a minute,
little
how you
too
gonna
much
say
sugar.
that when you ain't even been to Coke World?
No, I'm just saying. Thinking of what like you said, you had this anticipation that it was gonna be probably nasty. I had this anticipation it was gonna be over sweet.
Wait, in
Like-
Africa?
Yeah, like
What other
black
flavors
people
they
love some
have?
sugar.
Africans are way different than black folks in America.
Yeah, I know. I
I'll let
heard.
you know.
I
I'll
don't
let you know.
know. I heard. I don't really know.
So I'm here to tell you, bruh,
I'm
that
glad it
African
did.
Can you know?
African sodas,
I'm proud of my people. So.
African soda, they ain't your peoples, bro.
They
Don't
are.
try
We
to claim. No,
ancestries. We,
they're
our
not your people.
ancestries is African.
I tasted your sodas. We got boring ass Sprite, Coke. Coke was good though. Coke in Atlanta tastes way different than Coke everywhere else.
Man.
Anyway,
If you
sum
black,
it up.
you came from
Africa
Africa.
got some of the best sodas in the world, as far as the ones that Coke make.
So go to Africa.
And get you some soda,
Get you some soda.
especially Uganda. Madagascar had a good one. Where's Madagascar? Is that Africa too?
Somewhere off of there.
Yeah, they got a good ass soda too. All their shit was on point.
What was the nasty one?
The one
Oh,
was
shit.
they had a nasty one. I think it was it's in Europe. It was I forgot what it was. It was called. I think what country it was, but that shit was hella nasty. And they said it. I asked the people. I said because everybody was like people were like looking like they were gonna throw up and shit. So
Damn.
I asked the person that works there. I was like, so what's up? What's up with that flavor? Why is it so nasty? And they said, first of all, she said Europeans like it. She said it's what it is grapefruit, but it's a real bitter grapefruit. And they said that Europeans use it as a palate cleanser.
Damn.
So it's used the you know how when you're when you're at a store and you're shopping for a cologne
Mm-hmm.
and they give you the coffee or something to smell in between.
Yeah.
So
Oh, yeah,
so it
break up your
cleanses
nose, yeah.
so it breaks up the smell so you can tell the
You can
difference.
tell the difference. Yeah.
They use it as a palate cleanser when they're tasting stuff. So it's nasty, but it gets rid of whatever that flavor was.
that's a drink.
So that's enough on what I did. So
Yeah,
anyway.
that's it. Hey, that's great information, bro. I appreciate the
You
recap.
ain't see no
I
celebrities?
just there it is.
Celebrities. No, we tried to sneak on we tried to sneak into Tyler Perry's house. My wife had me going on through the back way, the service way. Almost get.
You gotta take your shirt off.
Get shot.
There's all kind of no trespassing signs, and we just driving on this back road trying to get up
Man,
in
they-
there.
you
But that's a whole
you,
nother
you
story.
get shot trespassing.
Yeah, Atlanta, they got that carry. You can carry in Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
That's good information, bro. See
Jet
that?
setter right there. Check
yeah,
out Atlanta.
yeah. Hey, good round, good time. I'm glad to have you back. You know, I'm glad for us to get back into the groove of things.
He's not glad to be back.
Yeah.
He has to go back to work.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't like that at all.
Shit. Better roll with it. Better roll with it.
Somebody got to pay for these trips.
Man, you know, in the news, there's been a lot of little things happening, and I think one of the most proudest things I could say for a black person.
One of the most what?
Proudest things I could say for a black person, right?
Hmm.
I probably said that a little funny. I mean, that alcohol started talking to me. You know,
One of the
that probably
proudest.
gonna lead it to people want to know what I'm drinking.
Nobody want to know. The only time
But-
you ever mention is when you drinking something real.
That's right.
No, we
That's
only
right.
want to know when
We
you're
all
drinking
drink
that
the same
fruity
thing,
shit.
so you can go ahead and tell it.
Never mind.
You know what I'm saying?
Nope.
Leave it alone.
Yep.
All right, cool.
We in for the fruities drink.
I'm waiting for the fruity shit.
Ready for the fruity shit.
Yeah.
Proud. I mean, and don't you say a fucking word, Eric. Proud.
If you gonna mention, okay, go ahead. You said not say nothing, but I think I
Proud.
know what you about to mention.
Proud
Go ahead.
of the accomplishment by LeBron
This
James.
is some man.
For the school, man. That's nice, bruh. Come on, man. You gotta give. I can't go against
Look
that.
how this nigga just flipped this. He telling me I gotta give LeBron James props.
No,
I'm the
no,
one
no,
that's
I
been
didn't
giving
say-
him props the whole
I didn't
time.
tell
You're the
you to
one.
give him no props. I said, don't you jump on me
It's
because
not
I'm
even
about to
basketball
give
season.
LeBron props.
Kev.
All right, I'm
Once
listening.
again, you got LeBron James who hasn't done anything wrong, but you hated on him from day one. Second, I hate to say it because I know I'm gonna get hella haters for this, but fucking Michael Jordan ain't got shit on LeBron now.
Ooh,
LeBron and
shit.
did more. LeBron and did more for people than almost any athlete ever. When you look at what he's given with this school, that's crazy.
That's
And
impressive.
Michael Jordan, that fucker still wearing them big ass,
Dad pants.
them dad pants, walking around with his old model girlfriend. Look, he don't even look right in his own Jordans. That's what's crazy. Everybody else look better in his shoes than he do. But
I'm not about to argue with you about you. I'm just wanting
LeBron
to say,
stepped up and
He stepped up,
and he
bro.
said that, you know what, just so I can, put this to rest. Yeah, okay, I might not be the best basketball player, but I'll tell you what I am the best at. It's getting these kids an education and helping them out and getting them where they need to be in life. Because I'm going to pay for their college. I'm going to pay for their bikes, their helmets, their food. I'm going to help their parents get jobs.
Woo.
That nigga doing it all for them.
LeBron.
If you graduate from that school,
Yeah.
he pays for you to go to Akron.
You go to tuition to University of Akron.
That's it.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
damn. That
Yeah.
nigga putting he's all about action, bro.
That's
And
action.
not even that.
That's action, bro.
The
That's-
kids' parents, they get GEDs and
Yep.
job placements.
Yep, that's
services
crazy.
Woo.
For parents.
He finna take care
Hey.
of all that.
Hey, I can. There's nothing I can say. That is.
And if you
God
live
bless you, bro.
2 miles for the school,
Free transportation.
yes, he's getting you free transportation
God,
to and
God
from the
bless you,
school.
bro. I-
Who's done? What politician has done that? First
no,
of all,
none of them. They soft. They're none of them.
they don't do no shit
They ain't
like
doing no
that,
shit like
dog.
that.
No, I mean we had our own little charter school thing with.
Man, charter school don't
Yeah,
compare to that
yeah,
shit. Are you crazy?
Yeah.
It's sort of a kind of a charter.
No,
school.
it ain't.
They
nigga.
got uniforms.
Hey,
It ain't nothing
Eric,
to do with
this
no
is one
charter
time
school.
I gotta say
Free
what you
tuition.
said, man.
Charter school is not paying for all that shit.
Fuck basketball. The man has stepped over the line. Jordan, bro, you looking real bad.
And he did it back in his hometown.
Yeah,
He could have
yeah,
easily made that shit happen
You
in
got all that
L.A.
money, you could've
where he
made
at.
that
That
happen.
nigga went back to his hometown, back to where everybody was,
Oh,
a while
man.
back was hating on him and shit, and,
Yeah.
and gave him much love. So
That's mad props,
I
man.
mean-
you and your girl need to really think about how y'all be doing when y'all be fucking hating on LeBron James.
man, he a Laker. Ain't nobody hating on him.
Oh, now y'all, now y'all ain't hating on him.
Yeah, but I mean, come on now, like-
ain't nobody hating on him.
I can say that's pretty badass. Like I want to. I think people are gonna move to Akron now from another state just to get their kids into a education. But at the same time, it's like, does anybody really know what Jordan does on
Yes.
the low?
Nothing.
No, yeah, Jordan's very private, so we might not know. I mean,
No, he
but
does.
I wish he would. I wish it would be more publicized because he.
No,
is
you
making
don't,
major
because you'd be
money.
disappointed.
No, I wish he was doing more things for the public.
Jordan does. They say that Jordan does stuff for certain charities and stuff. He's not doing nothing. That's not what.
I know
That's not
that.
what people are saying. That people are saying that
You could do more.
LeBron has done way beyond what, and not just Jordan, beyond what any athlete has done. I mean,
Yeah.
What he did was on that Oprah level when Oprah built that school over in
Africa.
yeah,
Yeah.
and
And he did his own
supposedly
backyard. I love
he's
that part.
doing it right here where we're gonna really be able to keep tabs
Yeah,
on what's
yeah.
going on and shit. So I mean, it's just big. The thing about Michael Jordan is that because he's so private, a lot of times he comes off as not being as charitable. But I think the reason why everybody is quick to be like he doesn't do anything because everybody sees what the business is side of Jordan is. You know, his shoes selling. Jordan, everybody
his
knows
brand.
Jordan makes a lot of money.
Right.
A lot of money. And so he could
Just to get this clear, bro, just like you said, I'm not saying Jordan doesn't do anything. I'm not saying that. But I'm saying is to the magnitude of what LeBron has did right there. I mean, if we're talking about investing back in our people, I think LeBron is doing something that is unprecedented when it comes to athletes. He's taking his money and putting it back into the community which he grew up from. And he talked about, I seen him on the show and he was talking about, you know, being hungry and his introduction to white families, which was funny to me. I laughed about that, was big time. Of how they were living, what time they were having dinner, and what time he was having dinner, and the only meals he might have gotten a day might have been just that. I could feel that. I could sympathize with that. I think I've talked about that before, about that type of life. So I am over the top proud, and I wish that other athletes that could contribute, if there's ways to contribute. And I don't know how your money is set. I don't know what you do. I wish they could do more stuff like that.
I just think it's fucked up how it took LeBron James fucking moving to LA, signing with the Lakers, building a school, promising to pay for everybody's education and their mamas and daddies. Everybody, it took all that for you to say one good thing about LeBron James.
said
For you
good stuff about him.
finally to be like, you know, LeBron James is a
I've
good
said
man.
good stuff about LeBron
Bullshit,
James.
man.
Yeah.
You and your girl been hating on LeBron
Man,
James for years, man.
Please, man.
Whatever.
I've said
I got my
good things
LeBron James shirt on right now.
I said good things about LeBron James in the past.
I got
But
my LeBron James shirt on right
ju-
now.
Just because I don't want to keep fighting you on this subject
thought that was
and
Latifa.
move on, we on the NBA, so we'll just stay on the NBA for a second because that is the great side. That's the great side of what money can do for you on the NBA. Let's go to the bad side. Did you see my man Blake Griffin?
What's that?
He won't have the money to build any kind of schools.
He will not be having the money to build any kind of schools in the future.
Wait.
Is this a California judge, Tone?
Well, go ahead and tell what the story is first.
Tone, I'll let you go ahead.
I'm gonna keep this short.
Mm.
Blake Griffin got to pay $258,000 a month for child support.
Whew,
So, I got one question. Okay, I got a question first.
58.
So, is it all child support, or
Palimony?
is some of it like back child support because he hasn't been paying?
No, he was living with his girl for a long time. The story
Kev, when you talk on it, don't talk on it like you read it already. What I'm saying
that's
is,
what I did. I
so-
read it. So,
so, I
I'll
mean,
give you
so-
what I read.
that's what I'm saying. So when you're telling me this, you already know. So
I already know what I read.
the amount that they're talking about is pure child support. No back child support, nothing, no
This
kind of
is
penalties or
what
nothing like
I
that.
know. So you know what I know. He got a new contract, and the judge based it on the new contract that he got. This is how
Okay.
much he could pay.
Okay.
$258,000.
So that's what I wanted to know.
His girl said they were supposed to get married, and then
Yeah, it
she
was his
wanted to give
fiancé.
him he tried to give her a what's it called, prenuptial agreement, and she didn't like the prenuptial agreement. As soon as that
That's-
happened, he started dating Kylie Jenner, right? I was like, what? Or Kendall Jenner, Kylie, one of them Jenner girls. And then their relationship dissolved. And then she
Okay,
started
now,
suing him
so-
over
Mind you,
over
he
that.
did have
And
kids
he was
with her.
trying to, he has 2 kids with her.
Yeah.
He was trying to
So
get
that's
it all
for 2
thrown
kids
out.
too.
Yeah,
He was trying to get it
Okay.
all thrown out.
So
and
what
then-
the only thing I'm saying about that is that, yeah, that's crazy money. Don't get me wrong. That's hella crazy money.
A
But
month.
in order for you to be given $250,000 a month, you have to be making how much a month? I mean, think about it. Even if that's half of what he's making a month, That means that fucker's making $500 and something thousand dollars a month, close to $600,000 a month.
Well,
So when you're making $600,000 a month, that motherfucker should be able to give $200,000 to his kids. It's not like he's giving $200,000 for the cable bill, $200,000 on his cell phone.
that should cover everything.
And it will. But what I'm saying is that he's paying, in order to come to that amount, he must be making an exorbitant amount of money.
He made a couple of mil. What's his? I don't know what his contract is,
Ooh,
but
his
he
new
made a
contract.
couple of mils. What did it? I think I heard 36. Mil.
30 something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
30 something mil on his contract. So they were like, oh, you.
He's
can
making $36 million a year?
No, his contract
His
is a
contract.
$173 million contract.
Oh, goddamn.
But I don't know how much he's making per year.
So what I'm saying is, like I'm saying, in order for him to be paying that much, the math of it has to be he has to be making so much money. So what I mean is that hell yeah, that's a lot of money. But in order for them to come to that, he's got to be making shit at least double that a month. They're not going to make him pay $250 something thousand a month, and he only makes $300,000 a month. You see what I'm saying?
I know exactly what you're saying.
So he must be making some long ass money. So, you know what? If you're gonna have kids and stuff,
Considering like his what else kind of income he got? I know he was doing GameFly commercials.
he was doing
for a while.
Kia, but he's done with all that shit. He was Kia's spokesperson for a while. He was GameFly, and I'm sure he's got the Nike contract. He's got.
Here it is right here. It says his total income annually is $35 million.
Yeah, that nigga can pay that much.
Woo!
He can pay that much.
Go on, take care of them
I
babies.
don't even know. I mean, is he even arguing it?
That
Damn.
was a court order.
I don't think he argued.
That's what I'm saying. He probably ain't even tripping because think about it. In the long run, yeah, I know that she's in charge of it because she's probably the one that's making the purchases. But in the long run, it's his kids.
It's your kid anyway, yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
why wouldn't you pay that? Why wouldn't you be spending that money on your kids?
And you could just run off with your model
Damn,
girlfriend
dog.
right
And
now.
remember, you're Blake Griffin, so you can always sign another contract with something. I mean, I'm not talking about basketball. I'm talking about shoe contracts, clothes contracts.
Oh God, that hurts though. Oof.
Just sign a contract with something. So if you're paying $200 something thousand a month,
258.
I guarantee you that you probably can sign with Levi's, and they probably pay for that for you.
Yeah.
Boy, you better,
Look at Tony. You better get some 501
you
going.
better
huh?
go to Skechers too.
Man, I met
Don't
Ken
get
Griffey
me
Jr.
Skechers.
Right?
Yeah.
His daughter played basketball with my daughter.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
so
playing basketball.
when my wife was talking to his wife, and she was telling my wife that I don't know how they got on the topic, but they were saying that Ken Griffey doesn't wear anything but Nike. I forgot what the other brand name was, and Polo. And it's because he's got that lifetime deal with Nike.
Mm-hmm.
Nike still puts out Griffey's.
Mm-hmm.
And he's got some kind of deal with Polo too. And I was thinking to myself, if you smart, first of all, I mean, you got to be wanted. You got to be, that good. But if you're smart, Nicky, that's the way to do things. What's the shoe you love?
Nike.
So if it's Nike, or if it's Adidas or whoever it is, whatever it is, the brand name that you love, why not, if you that good, go ahead and sign with them. Get that lifetime type of deal.
And I'm pretty sure you can
And
sport
then-
anything in the Nike
Yeah, and
line.
that's what I'm saying. You can sport anything in the Nike line. If you know that you love jeans and stuff, why not go Levi? Like, you know what? Go talk to Levi. Levi's would love to hear from somebody like Kobe Bryant to say, I love your product, would love to be everywhere in it. And they'd be like, we'll make sure you get 100 pair tomorrow. It'll be at your front door. You know they would.
Yeah.
So
The good
I'm
thing about
just
Kobe
using-
is he can always go overseas because he can talk like what 5
This
different
nigga
languages.
always
for
take
4 or 5
this nigga take
languages.
it to a whole nother level.
Yeah.
I'm just saying as
I
an
would.
example. You just say whatever it is you like, get those endorsements, and stick with it.
Yeah.
If
Well,
you,
Eric, you're 100% right. That would be the way to go, huh? You ain't even putting out money no more for that type stuff.
yeah, I mean, because why? Just pick out your favorite things, and be like, that's what I want to wear.
Yeah.
If you want to wear, like, I'm on that Vans kick right now. If Vans is that something
Sure.
something you could see yourself wearing for the next 10, 15 years? Be like, you
Lifetime
know what?
contract with Vans?
Because Vans would be like, you like us? Shit, yeah, we'll make
King
sure.
Griffey called us.
Think about it. They'd be like, we'll have 100 pair at your house tomorrow.
Kobe
No
Bryant
problem.
called us.
What size you wear?
Mm-hmm.
So-
We're gonna send everything, every shoe we got. We back
They
the
probably
trucks up.
send you everything. Don't
What
send that
size?
shit
They
back.
would. They would send you every goddamn thing they got.
I guarantee
Just give me
they
your
probably
size. Because if they see one of the top athletes wearing their shit everywhere, it means a lot.
would. Yeah.
That's advertisement that they trying to figure out how to get.
Especially if their Instagram blowing up. God damn, you got
Yeah.
1 million followers and
Just think if somebody like Kobe Bryant came out on his Twitter or Instagram and be like, man, there's this new podcast called Don't Be Stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Them motherfuckers is crazy. Y'all gotta listen to them. That's kind of advertisement you can't pay for.
Sure enough, couldn't. And I'm about to quit my job.
Shit. And before you know it, everybody, it's funny because they would have people would tune in to listen and see what it's all about.
Kobe
just
listening
because
to
he
it.
said to.
I heard that.
Some people would like it just because Kobe liked it.
I heard that. So speaking of brands and clothes, since you brought that up, you see your boy Kanye. I say your boy Kanye. What are they saying the new
Who
Yeezy
was the
brand
one
is worth?
Kanye person that was in here?
I like Kanye's music.
Yeah, it was him.
Yeah, but he ain't my boy
What about him?
because he's ignorant. I mean, I love his music, but he's ignorant. Something wrong with him.
What music?
He got a his brand, not new brand, but the Yeezy brand.
Oh God.
They saying it's worth 1.5. Now I want to make sure I get this right. Billion?
Yeah.
1.5 billion.
So what they're saying is that it's projected. So they're not. It's not. From what I read, it's not actually. It's not actually as far as I don't know how to say that, but like cashing out, like
Like
if you
$1
cashed
trillion
out at
like Apple.
1.5, you're not getting 1.5 billion right now for the
Yeah.
company if you cashed
It's
out.
projected to be
They're
worth
projected
1.5.
right now. It's right there. It's projected. It's on the pathway. It's on the way to being that 1.5 billion dollar company.
You ain't
And,
Apple. Step it up.
Ooh, 1
Kanye.
trillion. Yeah,
But
yeah.
you don't compare it to Apple. Apple's a different company. We talking
Different
about a shoe.
Talking about brands.
I'm just
We
telling
talking
you.
about a fashion. So
Step
you
it
have
up.
to
It's
Yeah.
you
even
have
more-
to compare it to another fashion.
But even more impressive, like you said, Eric, it's just the fashion.
What you
It's-
mean
it's-
how? How do you compare it to something else?
No, I said
I'm
even
just
more
No, I'm talking to
impressive.
Tony.
Oh.
I'm just saying it's projected. I'm waiting till it get there. Apple was already
But
there.
you can't compare it to Apple. That's
It's-
comparing apple to
it's a-
oranges.
I see what you did. I see what you did,
But it's not the same. You got to compare it to another fashion. So it's like comparing it. It's like comparing it to my man Harden or somebody.
Yeah.
You got to compare it to another star that took a sneaker deal and got its fashion. Nobody else is. I'm not even a Kanye fan like that. But no other person is taking a shoe deal and made it into that. Besides Michael Jordan and maybe LeBron and Kobe.
LeBron, Kobe, yeah.
Shit.
KD's coming along. But,
All those Apple
And he's
LeBron's
got to be the
wrong.
first. He's got to be the first rapper to shit to do it because we all know about the Jay-Z
Sean
Air
Carter?
Force Ones or what? Yeah, them bitch ass shoes he put
S.
out.
Carter's. Ooh.
Yeah, his
The S.
Sean-
Carters,
his
them
S.
pieces of
Carters,
shit.
S dots, whatever. I mean,
Whatever
you
the
know.
fuck they was called.
all
You had
of them
you
got
had a pair, huh,
Yeah.
Kenny? Kevin?
No, I never had a party.
Yeah, you did, nigga. I saw you wearing some.
Stop lying. I ain't had no S dots.
I think it was like last year too.
I'm a J fan, but I knew for sure
I
I
didn't
ain't
know that.
never
That
gonna wear that shit.
shit.
I ain't
Never.
I think I even had a Rockefeller gear.
Hell, no, I ain't
I
wearing.
ain't never worn
What
none
they
of that
call it?
stuff.
S. Carter, S.
S
Dots.
dot.
That's
I ain't wearing that shit.
no, they were trying to make it like Air Force Ones. I was like, no.
Nope.
That
I
ain't
just
there.
take I just
I
take
guess
the Air
my
Force
question
Ones.
about the Yeezys: are you impressed? 1.5.
Okay, I'm a hater when it comes to that. The reason why I'm a hater is because I always felt like when Kanye was backpack Kanye, when he was dropout Kanye, he was always complaining about the upper, the
Upper echelon.
Charging too much.
the people that wouldn't let you into their places, that kept you out, and he was against the system. And then as soon as he got big enough,
Right.
and now he's joined the system basically.
Mhm.
Now he's got shoes that's $400. He's got sweatshirts with holes in them that don't make no sense. That's $350.
350.
Shorts that's $200. It makes no sense. So he basically couldn't. He was mad he couldn't get in, and then when they finally let him in, he just
Now you're part of the system.
he just did the
you're
same.
a member of the
thing they
boys
did.
club now.
Yeah.
So that's
The
why
Big
I'm like,
Dogs Boy
fuck.
Club, yeah.
I'm like, even if I was willing to pay that much money for some shoes, I say fuck Yeezys, fuck everything that's his fashion, whatever it is, his shorts, his sweatshirts, all his shit.
All
I
that
ain't wearing that bullshit. I don't care if I had the money or not. I'm not wearing that shit. Fuck him.
I wear a Hellfinger before I wear a freaking.
I wear everything
Jesus
before I
shit.
wear his shit. I ain't wearing that nigga shit. I don't like him.
Well, it would make sense that he's projected to make that amount, seeing that shit's so goddamn expensive.
Yeah, but it also makes you think that shit
Motherfuckers like
is
it.
expensive, but people got to buy the shit, and I can't believe that folks are still
Motherfuckers is
buying this
that
shit. He made me mad on the album when he said that shit about how he's not gonna take advice from people who make less than him.
That's some bullshit.
I mean, that's some cocky ass shit to say. I mean, I understand what he's saying,
Right.
Yeah.
but at the same time, that's just some cocky ass shit to say because some of the wisest people that you ever gonna talk to are gonna be some old dude sitting on the side of the road or some old man that's been through a whole bunch and might not have as much as you got as far as financially or property wise,
Right.
but he might have some of the best advice you ever heard. So it's kind of crazy. I mean, when you say that, I think about like the Mudbone character that Richard Pryor put out there.
Yeah.
Then through all the
Say
laughter, that nigga, Mudbone was smart as shit. He always had
Hell yeah.
there was always some kind of meaning in it.
Yeah, but going back to Kanye, you forget Kanye was one of those people that nobody paid attention to. He was trying so hard to get in with the group, and they were
Yeah.
like, "No, no, not right now, not right now." You was
And he-
at the bottom like everybody else.
And he was asking us to boycott against some folks.
Yeah.
And now he in there.
Yeah.
And now he one of them. Couldn't wait to be with them white
You
folks.
tried so hard to spit for Jay and them to get into that group, and
Yeah.
then they were like,
Yeah,
chill.
Fuck Kanye.
"You was one of them motherfuckers. You forgot where you came from."
Call this episode "Fuck
All
Kanye."
It was funny. Eric, man, you brought up Richard Pryor, and I started laughing because just the wisdom in what you said, that how Richard was put that wise shit in there from a dude like Mudbone. And then, but he would say dumb shit sometimes. Like my favorite line by him is, "Say boy, slow down. This what he said.
This ain't no residential district.
This is a neighborhood."
This ain't no residential district.
That
You say
shit
some
is
of
hilarious to think about that shit, right?
yeah.
But Richard was so wise. He said shit like that, and gave us the knowledge of like an older cat of saying things like that. And Kanye, he contradicts himself a lot with that type of shit. You know what I mean? Like you said, he in the college dropout days, he was starving. He was hungry. He'd
You
do
give that-
anything, right? Now he too good for us.
You give that nigga $1 billion, you ain't gonna be able to tell him nothing. You think he a problem now?
Yeah.
Wait till that nigga make $1 billion.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess you're right.
People still supporting this
Fuck
motherfucker.
him, man.
I mean, like I said, I'm a fan of the music. I ain't gonna say I know y'all don't like it, but I
No.
do like it.
I ain't
No,
gonna say I
that
don't like
music is
it.
garbage.
I'm not gonna say I don't like the music,
Told you that music is garbage.
but it's just hard to get through.
Garbage.
It's hard to get through the artist to get to the product that they're putting out because
Well, it's hard to look at him after he says that dumb shit and like his music.
I can't like his music as much because I know who's saying it. I don't like the nigga no more. I told myself I was gonna quit saying nigga.
No
so
more,
much.
no less.
Nah, I'm done with that.
Yeah, I'm
You ain't
done.
never
Don't
getting me
even.
back.
Yeah, next topic.
Next topic.
Fuck him.
Next topic is my topic, boy. You know what tonight
Next
starts,
topic.
right? Well, fuck it. I'll move on.
Anything that's your topic. Next topic.
Show's over.
I'm fucking.
Show's
with you.
over. We will not be talking about
I'm
my
fucking
topic.
with you. What you talking about?
It's the greatest time of the year.
What's that?
Tonight, Hall of Fame game.
The whole football season started back
Football
up.
season starting tonight. No
What?
doubt.
Well, football.
What?
So this year.
My team ain't playing so
So
far.
this is what the goal is. I think should be the goal this year. And before you frown all up and be like, nah, you know what? You ain't got no choice.
Okay.
You got to do it.
Tell me. You gonna tell me, or you just gonna leave me in suspense?
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you my my headphones just cut out. That's why.
Okay.
So we're gonna make Tony pick a team,
Oh Jesus.
Oh shit.
and
Patriots.
it's gonna be easy. Oh, this
Oh,
fucker,
shit.
this fucker, they will pick the Patriots. You know what I thought he was gonna pick? So I was gonna say it's gonna be easy for him because he be in the same conference as us and everything, and we get to hate him even more because he's from New York.
Yeah.
So I figured he picked the Giants.
Yeah.
And since he's in the same conferences, we hate him, being Cowboy fans, that we would get Tony involved in it. Since Tony's not, if y'all don't know, Tony's not the real big sports cat. He's a Super Bowl guy. He's the World Series guy. He's the World Championship kind of guy. He's the guy who shows up at the sports bar at the end when it's time to celebrate. But he's gonna make him. I was gonna make him follow a team this year, and I figured he picked the Giants. Fucker picked the Patriots.
Oh my God.
Fucker.
That's all right,
I
Tom.
am from the New England area, so why not?
That's all right, Tom.
This motherfucker.
You know what I
man.
mean?
But the bottom line is football starts tonight. So you
Yeah.
know you got the I think it's the Bears and the Ravens playing. You
Yep.
know it's not the boys, so I really don't give a fuck. But
It was good to see football on my television
Yeah,
though,
yeah,
before we
yeah.
came here. I
It's
turned
good
it
to
on.
see
I was
that.
like, that was nice.
so if you don't know, you probably caught it for a second there. Eric and I are Dallas Cowboy fans, so that might start a lot of shit. But
We shouldn't even have said that because a lot of motherfuckers who hate Cowboys ain't gonna listen. Man.
oh, that's all right. That's all right. I mean, your team is your team. Your team is your team.
Stephen A.
Represent.
Smith. Stephen A. Smith said the worst people in the world are Dallas Cowboy fans.
That's probably right. That's probably right, but that's all right. We're gonna deal with it. So you know, it's coming up, and I'm ready for it. I'm ready for it to
Yeah,
get
I'm ready
busy.
too.
I don't know if I'm disappointed in that because of his comments, but I understood his comments.
I'm not disappointed. In his
Yeah,
comments.
that's why
I just think
haven't
they came
dis-
off. I don't
came
think
off
he.
wrong, I
Yeah,
think.
I don't think
Yeah.
he said it right, but I
Yeah.
understand where he's coming from.
I thought I knew what he was trying to say. Let's move on. We can be actionable about other stuff.
Oh no.
did
We
the
can be
Dylan.
actionable about this. It's just not the time and place as far as football goes on Sunday. And I understand what he's saying. He's saying that yeah, we all can stop. It's almost like I'm upset with police brutality, right?
Yeah.
I'm upset with it. Me and Tony are upset with it. So we go to work Monday and we decide not to work at our job, which has nothing to do with police brutality, but we feel like it's a chance for us to make our stand. And people at work is like, what the fuck? What you mean you're not gonna do your work today? Because of police brutality. First, this ain't the police station, motherfucker. We don't work with the police.
Yeah, I don't want you to get it confused. I wasn't saying that we don't talk about the issue of police brutality or the way black people are treated in America. I still think that's a very, very valid, I want to not say point that Colin Kaepernick was trying to make. I'm saying that there's other ways of us getting it out there. We put that one out there. We know kneeling is one. Okay, now we thank y'all. We thank you, NFL, for bringing it more to our attention and making it a valid point. But get these brothers back working, and we can move on. And now we can go on to the next thing and make it more something else. I don't know if maybe the actors need to do something, or maybe teachers need to do something. We just got to keep bringing attention to it. And you know, I don't know what that next thing is, but I understood what he was saying in the sense of I'm not probably one that wants to kneel. I want to do other things to bring attention to the situation and make sure people know I don't appreciate brutality, the way people are acting, and all this other stuff. Because it's crazy, no matter how you cut it, for a person to get killed by a police officer. That's some of them were obeying the law, and some of them wasn't really doing anything. But some of them, I hate to say, and we talked about this before too, probably needed to be shot. Motherfucker probably needed to be shot. You're doing stupid shit, you're going to get shot. So, you know, I just think we need to clear it up and get it fixed where the officer can do his job and black people shouldn't be scared to approach the police. Simple as that. I guess that's all I'm trying to say, bro. Oh, I got you niggas speechless?
Nah, I'm just tired of talking
always
about
playing
it.
by
It's
the
like
NFL.
we talk about that shit every week.
No, I ain't trying to go on it. I just wanted to put it on Dak's thing. I don't know how to feel about it because I thought he said something that was very valid.
I feel the same way he does. I'm
Yeah.
tired of dealing with it.
with the kneeling shit. Yeah, I am
It's just-
too. I want to see some football.
It's whatever.
It's gonna be a topic every time somebody does it.
Yeah. I mean, it was cool. It was cool. I support Colin Kaepernick. I think he should be playing football. He's okay. I didn't think he was a great quarterback in the first damn place, but I'm a hater. So that's just the way it is. Simple as that. But I think he should be playing, and I hope he does get to play this year. Simple as that.
That nigga ain't gonna get to play.
Probably.
You know what?
probably on the never
I don't know
list.
why I even said that because they just keep it going.
Yeah, on the never list. On the never list. Like I said, on the never list, right, Tony? He ain't never gonna get to play. They dog him out for everything he does.
It's conspiracy.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about something good, bruh. Eric, you was saying one of our favorites probably coming back. New Predator movie?
Yeah, so I was watching a football game tonight before we came, and I saw a trailer for the new Predator movie, and it had some people on there that was some actors that we've been seeing in some movies lately. That's real good actors. One of the ladies was one of the actresses that was on there was the girl from Walking Dead. You know, so check it out. When you're watching Walking Dead, I know you ain't watched it in a while, but you remember old girl that was messing with the Asian guy?
Oh yeah, her.
Yeah, she's on the Predator, but she's like a tough girl on there. She's like doing, like I saw her stabbing somebody with a piece of glass in the neck.
What the hell?
She on there. Yeah, I like her. And they got that brother on there from, I forgot where he's on. But yeah, it looks like, to me, the trailer, boy, you got to check out the trailer, man. It looked good. It looks like, to me, I mean, I'm not a big, so I'm sure there's Predator fans that's saying, you're crazy, man. Predator's supposed to be this way, supposed to be that way. You know how people, them real fans get about their stuff. But to me, this looked like some real good, like it's going to be, they changed the way the Predator is. And it's almost like, it almost reminds you how, like they do in the Avengers and shit. It's, you know how I like colorful. It's bright. It's colorful. I just like it. It looks like it's going to be more action. But I mean, they showed like the Predator running, and I'm like, that motherfucker looks crazy.
Yeah, because in the Predator movies, they always change. Like the one where it got mixed with the alien,
Yeah,
and then all of a sudden
it's a good movie though.
the alien came out and it had the Predator dreadlocks on it. So I was just like,
Dreadlock. Yeah,
Wagwan.
it's
There's only the three, right? The original Predator, then the next one with Danny Glover and them, right?
then there's
No,
Predator
there was more.
versus.
And then it's Alien versus
Why
Predator,
does this keep cutting off on me?
right?
And then there was
It's-
the one
hey.
with Salam Alaikum, where Salam Alaikum, Salam Alaikum.
Sanaa Lathan.
Yes,
That's
where she
Alien
was in
versus
the Arctic.
Predator. That's
And
Alien
then
versus
there was
Predator.
the one where they started transporting bounty hunters and killers to a planet.
Kev, it's this.
Woo.
So, and that's the thing is like they would send them over there, but then they would like, and I think it was the Predator was there, but I think they changed the ending so much that I lost track on what the heck the Predator is going to wind up doing now.
But
especially-
this, to me, this one, it seems a lot more. It seems a lot more. I don't know. It's not as dark. It's more action packed, and like I said, they got a whole team that's going up against the Predator. So it's damn near like the Avengers going up against them. They got like a team that's all the star-studded and action packed. So I'm kind of excited for it.
So that would be 4 though. That right? Is that-
For a Predator, well,
The
they're
fourth
just
Predator.
calling it. What's crazy about it is they're like they're going back, like they're just calling it Predator.
okay.
Like
I
they're
mean,
like
original
maybe
ones
they're
with Arnie.
rediscovering the Predator or something. Like
Yeah.
they're gonna redo it. You know how sometimes they go back and redo it, like instead
Yeah,
of making
reboot.
it.
Yeah, like the prequel.
Yeah, instead of doing, or not even a prequel, they just go back and redo it better.
Yeah,
like
like
with
a
this,
reboot.
yeah, there's been movies where they go back and like hadn't like
Yeah,
the
redo
Incredible
movie.
Hulk did that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they rebooted the
Yeah.
whole couple.
Yeah,
of
they-
times,
There's been movies they go back and they realize that the wasn't that good before, but even though Predator was good before though.
Man, the Arnold Schwarzenegger one.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was
that's
a good
the
one.
first
so good. That's
I mean,
that holds up.
If anyone is weak, it's just the one with Danny Glover in it. That's the second one.
Oh, when they come to L.A.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the
Yeah,
one,
that's some
probably the weaker
bullshit.
one.
I
And
think that
then
was some bullshit. I need
the-
you in the
the-
jungle.
like you said, Alien versus Predator. That's a cold ass movie. That's a good movie. I like
Yeah.
that one.
That one was a good
That's
one
a-
because them fools was
Listen, I
fighting
like
for
them.
real.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good.
Yeah, so I'm kind of excited about this Predator movie coming. I don't get that excited about a lot of movies, but this one kind of piqued my interest. So
I hope it's good.
yeah.
I hope it's good.
Speaking of movies, though, so also made me think because I was looking at the trailer, I was looking at the different stars that they threw up in there, and I'm not real good with stars' names, so I'm not even gonna try to start telling you who's in the movie. But it made me think of the question: what actor or actress is a like sure thing for you? So if you know that actor is in it, then you know this movie's good. This movie's gonna be okay. Or this actress, if you see her in it, you know that this movie's gonna be all right.
Tone?
Actress or actor?
You gonna go
Well,
first?
I mean, do you have one for both, or do you just have one? It don't matter. Just what do you got? Do you got a girl and a man, or do you have? I mean, a woman and a man. I'm sorry. Or do you have? If you only know if you got one on your mind, then just speak that one.
Woo, Tone.
I mean, for me, if somebody puts like
Now, don't name a whole bunch of them because we
No,
all
no,
got to
no.
name
I
one.
got
So just
one where-
name your one.
I'll name one where I know for sure that's a movie I'm gonna go see regardless,
What's that? Who is it?
and it's gonna be just simple, just regular Denzel.
Denzelli. Denzelli.
Oh man, that's
Denzel,
funny.
You put then I'm going to go see it.
So what's it about Denzel that you speak
Oh,
on Denzel?
I mean, I don't even want to speak on his acting range.
Yeah.
But the
Yeah,
last couple of
yeah.
movies he did,
Hmm.
whooping ass, Equalizer.
The Equalizer.
He's on his
Are you,
second one.
So you talking about? So when you say the last two, you're not including this new one that's coming out or is out. You're talking about the ones, the last Equalizer and whatever it was before that.
Yeah.
The one he's got out now is Equalizer 2.
We ain't seen that though.
Right. But
But
for
we-
sure, that was
But we
something
know
I
it's
said,
gonna
I
be
wanna see
okay
it.
because Denzel's in it.
Hell yeah. Like, what's it that one?
So can you name a Denzel Washington movie that wasn't good?
A Deja Vu.
Yeah, it was all right though. It
It
wasn't,
wasn't
horrible.
bad. It wasn't. I mean, it's
It wasn't-
watchable.
Yeah, but ooh.
You ever seen Carbon Copy?
Carbon Copy. Which
That
one?
might
is
have been his first movie.
What was that?
When
Which
he
one?
finds out he has a white dad.
No, I never seen that one.
It's like a comedy. Yeah, you check out Carbon Copy. It's funny though.
Nah. What's the one when his son is dying? Is that Losing? No. What's that called?
Oh, that's John Q. Or
John
something.
Q.
Q.
Woo, that's a cold
deep.
flick.
Well, he did do a movie about when he was wearing like some Hawaiian shirts. That shit
Yeah, that was
that was him and Mark-
Manquin.
Him and somebody.
It was
Quentin.
Quentin Manquin. I forget what the shit.
like I was like,
He was like a
Denzel.
detective on
Is
the
that the one he
island
was
somewhere.
with Marky Mark? Or one of them?
No,
dudes?
that's good. That
was-
movie's
was
good.
That
Shit.
was what two.
That's 66 guns or some shit like that.
Yeah, whatever that. I thought that was the one he was on there with the Hawaiian
That's like
shirts on the
3
island.
guns. That's like 3 guns and
I mean,
Yeah.
come
a
on,
grenade or some shit.
all of them. I mean, I don't even want to name all the ones about it went to see. Malcolm,
Woo, that's a cold flick.
Mo Better.
Nah,
No
come
better.
on. Wait.
You don't.
I know that's the thing to say.
No, not the thing.
Listen.
to say. Not the
Listen.
thing to say.
Let
on
me
that one.
finish. I know it's the thing to say
Controversy.
that Malcolm X, the movie X, was a great flick. But truthfully, was it that good of a movie? Or
Fuck
was
yeah.
it a good acting job because he played Malcolm X to the T, like I mean to the point where you think that when you see
When you
when
think
you
of
look
Malcolm,
at you think of him.
Think
So-
he think
so-
he Malcolm.
so what I'm saying
Is
is,
what you said, so?
was the movie that good? Because I'm thinking to myself, it was a movie because I was interested in Malcolm X that I watched, and it kept my interest the whole time. But as far as it being a great movie, I'm like, his story wasn't. I mean, that movie wasn't that great. It had a lot of slow times. It's a lot of shit they could have left. You know, all that Spike Lee bullshit they could have
I
left
think
out.
it was interesting to me as a black person. I think.
Okay,
thought
but
Denzel,
that's,
I
but,
thought
but see,
Denzel did a
but
good,
separate.
really
We're talking
good
about a
job.
great movie.
Really good job. No, we're talking about good actors. We're talking about.
So okay,
favorite
that's what I'm
actors.
saying. But the movie itself, he portrayed the movie Malcolm X.
And he
He
did
did
a
a
great
great,
job.
I thought
did
he
a
did a
great
great job. I thought he did a
But
good job. as
asshole.
Malcolm
that
X.
doesn't automatically make the movie great.
Yeah, but that was not what the comment I was basically. You said Denzel.
No, you
And I
said it was a great
"Whoa,
flick.
Malcolm X. That
You
was
said that's a great flick.
Well, he was a great. His acting was.
That's
great.
not what you said though.
Maybe that's not what I said. I don't remember. So
You
I'm
said
not
that's a
gonna,
great
I
flick.
can't- I
So if
can't
it came on
contradict myself
TV,
that one.
would you watch it?
Hell
No.
yeah, I watch it.
You want to watch it?
I probably wouldn't
I
watch it
watched it
because
a few
it's one of those movies.
It's long.
It's one of those
long.
exactly.
I watched it
It's
a few
one of those
times.
movies that it has some good points in, some good parts in it that I wouldn't mind seeing. But as far as watching the movie, first of all, it's a long ass movie.
It's
Mhm.
long.
Second of all, it's the type of movie that I don't want to see edited. You see what I'm saying? So if it's on like TNT or
Yeah,
some
I
shit
couldn't
like
watch it
that, I don't want to watch it with commercials and shit. It's one of them type of movies that you have to watch as a whole. And then I hate to say it, but third, it just don't have enough action to keep me even in drama wise, it doesn't have enough to keep me interested in it as far as watching it a third, fourth time. When we talking about the first couple times I watched it, yeah, because I'm interested in the story of Malcolm X.
Right.
Now that I've seen it, it doesn't keep me. It's not like you say a Denzel Washington. Like when we talk about the movie, what's the last one we just talked about? The one he's got coming out, Equalizer. Equalizer. You know, you got these action-packed scenes that you're gonna see, and even though you've seen it already, you're like, oh, this part's about to come up. I'm about to watch it.
Well,
That's
the interesting
not the
part
same
about what
with
you said, and I think I have to agree with you. I don't think I could watch it on TV. I thought I could, but I've never actually seen it on TV. When you put all the commercials and all that stuff on, you
It's
might
gonna be
lose
longer.
me. You might lose me. You're right,
Well,
Eric.
they're gonna take-
So
they're gonna edit
I
a
have
whole
the
bunch of shit
DVD,
out.
so whenever I watched it, I've always watched it on the DVD or HBO or something like that. So I've never had that experience of stop and pause and go watch a commercial. So you might be right. I probably wouldn't watch it that way. But for me, Denzel, and I have to agree with Tony, is one of my favorites now.
So that's who you're going with too?
I would have to go with. I mean, because I ain't gonna lie, man. I used to be a big Tom Cruise fan. I mean, Tom Cruise made
What?
some good movies to
Oh
me.
my God.
I mean, he made some good action movies. You know what I mean?
So what's your favorite Tom Cruise movies?
It's still Mission Impossible.
Yeah, Mission Impossible. I gotta say,
They
and the
some
new one
stunt
looked
scenes-
even better.
The
But
stunt scenes are so incredible, man.
but
That's
the Mission
crazy.
Impossible movies are good. And
Yeah.
I was late on them.
Yeah.
It's one of them things that I was kind of glad I was late on.
Mhm.
You know, like Lost, for instance. I didn't watch Lost when it was on TV coming on every week and everybody was hollering about it.
Yeah.
I watched Lost, a few years later on Netflix and was able to binge watch it all the way through
That's the best way to watch a movie.
whatever
bro.
20 seasons or whatever
Yeah.
they were on for. And it was that much better watching it.
Mhm.
But it was one of them things that I was glad that I didn't watch at the beginning because then I was able to see it all together.
That's what I hate
where-
about Power. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah,
I mean,
'cause
and a
you're
lot
up
of people
on
don't
it.
watch Power. I don't get a chance to see what happens next.
Yeah, you gotta wait.
I
I,
gotta
hate
wait.
that too.
I hate that crap. And Game of Thrones, I kind of wish I would have saw Game of Thrones in a binge watch.
You gotta
because
watch
that same one, same
You gotta
same
watch
reason.
that Game of Thrones.
I
in
watch
the
Game of
beginning.
Thrones every week.
He watches
And
Game
that's
of
what I'm
Thrones.
saying. That's
Game-
the problem with it. I always want to see what happens next.
I-
And I kind of wish I could have had that luxury of people
Oh, yeah,
who
binge.
watch. They just started watching Game of Thrones and they're like, "Oh, I'm stuck on season 5."
Yeah,
And you're
'cause
like,
the worst-
"Dang," you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The worst thing in the world is getting done with the season
Yeah.
and then having to wait for the next
The next
season to
season.
come like my
And
show 100.
Every week.
Like
Every
my
week.
show 100,
What's 100?
which it's a show on I think it's on CW. He gonna Tony making that face like I'm
And
telling
then
you,
where
the
everybody
show
got
good.
their own flavor.
The show's good, bruh. But anyway, I
CW.
hate that I'm caught up
Mm-hmm.
because when I found it, it was already I think 3 seasons or whatever in, so I was able to go on Netflix and watch the whole thing at once. And now that I'm caught up, I gotta wait weekly for it. And then the bad thing about it is, just like last season, is once you get to that last episode for the season, then you gotta wait another year and a half or whatever, damn near, for the next one to come up. So it's like that part sucks. Same way with Walking Dead and everything else. It's
Yeah.
like
I've never gotten to Walking Dead. I don't know
Man,
why.
Walking Dead is the greatest. To me.
Everybody says it's probably one of the shows I'm gonna do what you did. I'm just gonna watch every episode I can get my
You're gonna
hands on.
binge watch. You're gonna be pissed off at the same time.
Yeah. It's
I
probably
like
it.
I like Walking Dead.
I mean,
You're gonna
you
be
know what's
pissed
funny
off.
about Netflix and probably Hulu. I don't have Hulu, but
Hulu.
Hula.
Yeah, Hulu.
I think
That's
it's a
it?
hula.
Hula, whatever.
I got that too.
Hulu.
I think it's a
Huh?
Hulu. Hula.
All
Who
right,
what?
whatever it's called, right? I don't have it. So, what I love about it is there's always something I can find. I mean, people were telling me about great shows all the time. Hey, are you watching this? Are you watching that? And I
Hulu's
get to
good.
watch all these episodes like continuously. And it's kind of crazy that I get a chance to watch TV like this. So I don't know who created Netflix and all them other shows. Cause I had Netflix a long time ago and got mad, and when they raised the price and cut it off, and then I came back to it. You know,
I think back in the day, a while back, it was like nothing on
it was
there.
nothing. That's what it was. But then
nothing
now
on
they have
Well, they
so much.
went from at the beginning where it was good,
Yeah.
where you were getting, the
Movies. and,
but that was when everything came out on DVD,
Right.
mhm.
and you could just and you would go online, you would pick your whatever package you had, your 2 or 3 CDs to come, and it would come to you, would send it back,
Yeah.
and then they started like kind of getting out of the DVD and more into streaming.
Yeah.
Now they still have the DVD, but the thing about it was that they weren't getting the movies like they used to get. Like they weren't getting them.
Wasn't getting the new ones. Remember
Yeah, they
all
weren't getting the new
old-
ones,
Yeah.
and then
Streaming was different from
and
the
then
CDs.
the streaming got it started out good, and then the streaming got horrible where they didn't have nothing.
No movies.
And that's when they were in the process. And the reason why they didn't have any, this is just me speaking. I don't know if this is true or not. But the reason I figured they didn't, in hindsight, was because they weren't spending their money on getting whatever it takes to get those movies when
Right.
when they're brand new, and they were spending all that money on their own product. They were spending that money on their own thing, knowing that they were trying to put out Netflix only movies, which ended up being the best thing they ever did, because some of the best
Exclusives, yeah.
some
Yeah.
of the best stuff that comes on Netflix is their own shows.
Right.
Like
right.
I've been watching that Lost in Space.
Mhm.
That's another one.
I
That
haven't watched
redoing
that.
the
The
redoing of Lost in
watched that
Space. That
Pretty
shit's
cool.
good.
Pretty
I
cool.
mean,
Yeah.
it's not the greatest thing you're gonna see,
Mhm.
but it's just another show that's on Netflix that keeps you. Like
Right.
I could watch if it wasn't for sports and the news.
Mhm.
I don't think I would. I don't think I need
Live
cable
TV.
and shit.
Me
I can
either.
watch
I feel the
Netflix
same way.
because when I want to watch something, I can find something on Netflix to watch.
Yeah, you could cord cut like no problem, because all you got to do
Yeah.
is just get Netflix and Hulu, because Hulu keeps up
There you
with
go
all
with
the
that Hulu
latest
shit again.
Hulu.
What the fuck is Hulu?
Hula.
Hula.
Oh my bad, Hula.
Hulu. Hulu. Go ahead, bro. I'm sorry. But yeah, you can get.
You could watch all the newer shows on here.
Mhm.
No fucking commercials.
Yeah. I love it, bro.
What's
I
crazy,
love Netflix.
What's crazy, I'm into the Marvels thing, so I'm watching, Jessica Jones,
Luke Cage.
Luke Cage.
There's
Iron
another one. And
Fist,
see, that's what I'm saying. All that shit.
them, watching them, I watched all that Daredevil. I watched every last one of them. Then somebody hooked me up to this documentary called Last Chance You.
You ain't
That's-
You ain't up on that.
Ooh, that's a cool one.
So
That's my
check it out.
joint.
So check it out. I haven't watched the new. They got the new season that they
Yeah.
just put up, right? So I haven't watched the new season they just put up, but I watched the other 2 seasons, and yeah, I'm a fan of that. That's what I'm saying. There's always something. There's always something that you can tune into, and when you find it, the great thing about finding it is that you realize all of a sudden, like, I keep comparing it to Lost, but while you're in the middle of watching it, you're realizing, like, damn, I just found something that's good, and I'm just now figuring it out, and I still got 3 more seasons to go.
Yeah.
You know what
yeah,
I'm saying? Which is
yeah.
a great feeling to know that this is that good, and there's still 2-3 seasons to go. I've been watching another show called Longmire,
Mhm.
which is about a sheriff that's discovering different in each show is a different case. So it's like he's discovering murderers, and it's a little town outside like a Indian reservation. So it has a lot to do with the Indian reservation, my people.
Oh, it's modern day. It's not like a
Yeah, but it's modern
but he's
day.
like a cowboy.
But but it takes the place of like them type of shows like back in the day when you watched the Murdoch and all them. I'm sorry, not Murdoch. What's the name of the old man they used to have? Andy Griffin used to have.
Oh, yeah, I know who you're talking about.
You remember he had he was a
He was a
detective or something,
Yeah,
a
he
lawyer or
was,
something.
it's something like Murdoch.
It's
though.
like
It is something
that.
like that. It is
And
something like that.
in the same way with like NCI and all that shit, it's every show is another episode separate from the other one, but it's also got a background story that's going through all of it too.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's good stuff. So
Yeah, I mean,
my actor.
you're right. Cut the cable. So who's your actor? E?
So since y'all went with Denzel, and Denzel was one that that I said for years and stuff if that was my go-to guy, and I still believe if Denzel's in it, it's gonna be worth something. It's gonna be worth watching. But right now, I'm gonna have to go with, and I know y'all might disagree, but even if you go back in his history, his old movies before he was big, they're still to me good ass movies when I watch them.
Forrest Whitaker.
The Rock.
No, I think The Rock.
I went
I
back
think
to.
The
I even
Rock's
went
a
back to like Get
good-
Shorty and stuff like that. And
good
his shit
action
is
star.
good.
Not even action star because what's the one he made with the football movie when he
Yeah,
was
in
at,
jail with the
yeah.
kids was bad or
Ooh,
whatever.
That's a good
Grit,
movie.
Grit,
Yeah.
Gridiron or some shit like
yeah,
that.
that's a good movie. So
I can't think of a bad movie that he's
yeah,
in.
yeah, The Rock, yeah, and he even made another one where he was like a football player or something.
Even
He had a
like
little daughter
Walking
or whatever.
Tall or whatever it is, where
Yeah,
he got the
Walking
stick.
Tall
That was
is
still good.
Yeah, it was still good.
So,
and
yeah,
that's
The Rock.
and
That was
truthfully,
a remake.
and truthfully,
That was way
that's
better.
not even truthfully, that's not even a great movie.
Yeah,
The
but
actors
still,
are kind of like
he's
B,
a good
like
actor.
B-rated actors and stuff, but it still ended up being
Except
good
for the
movie.
bad guy. He's
No,
been
I-
acting for a
hey,
while.
Eric-
He's
Man.
he's the B-rated. He's the B actor.
Dude, I don't disagree. I like.
I know
The
who
Rock
you're
shit.
talking about, but he's not a
That
top
one day.
actor. He's in.
Yeah, I like The Rock. And you know what's
Johnny
funny?
Knoxville,
Funny,
was it?
funny for me. It feels like The Rock.
He is in it. He's one of Rock's friends.
It seems like The Rock took over where Will Smith kind of left off.
I
Will Smith
think-
was making good movies.
I don't think
and
that
then
Will Smith was
just
such
like
a-
disappeared.
Will Smith wasn't that much of an action.
Yeah,
hero
he was making
like
good
he is,
movies though. But
He
then
just took over
disappeared.
He just took over the Furious Five, the Furious Fast and Furious thing.
Will Smith.
No,
The Rock
The
and-
Rock
The Rock.
did.
Oh, The Rock
He's
is
got a
Statham.
spinoff.
Yeah,
He's got a spinoff off of it now, and
Oh yeah.
he said
yeah.
the other day in an interview when they asked him about the Tyrese thing, he was saying that no, everything is some things got taken out of things got took too far and everything, and that's all squashed. We're done, and they said something about so will y'all be able to so y'all get it all behind you, you'll be able to work together, and then he's no, we'll never work together again. He made it clear that Tyrese ain't coming back on Furious 5. You watch.
Oh,
He
yeah.
ain't bringing that motherfucker
Yeah,
back.
I think Rock
It's
got to
over?
say.
They're gonna probably kill him off, or
Right,
they're gonna, or if he gets to come back at all. But it's funny how The Rock, they're swaying more towards like what The Rock's wants than what somebody like Tyrese wants. Where Tyrese should have shut up from the get go and been like, just ride this wave. He thinks that he was bigger than what he is.
Yeah,
where
but
it's
you gotta
like,
make
you
money
was in
when
one
you-
of the biggest franchise.
just ride
Yeah.
that. Ludacris
When you-
got it down. He
Yeah,
knows.
when
Ludacris like I'm just
when you
riding.
rolling with when you rolling with The Rock, you rolling with Vin Diesel. Just shut up and just get the money. Shut up. Just shut up.
I mean, look at Jason.
Look
Jason
at him.
Statham just was on.
Yeah.
He's on 2, and he's got a spinoff with The Rock.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
The Rock
just
would
get that money.
The Rock
right?
was on 2 of their movies, and he's got a spinoff.
Yeah. Get that
That's
money.
it. So
Vin
yeah, I'm gonna
Diesel's
go
like,
with
I'm gonna ride with it.
I'm gonna go with The Rock.
That's a good.
And if I had to pick a girl, I'm not for sure because I'm not really good with my actresses and stuff.
Me either.
But up until a certain point, I would have picked Angelina Jolie, but I don't like all the artsy stuff she does. When I say Angelina Jolie, the only thing I ever think about is Tomb Raider and what's that other one where she was like shooting? They were bending bullets and shit. They were shooting things, but they were throwing in the bullets. were-
Wanted.
yeah.
Yeah, that I think
Wanted.
about
That was
those
pretty
movies, and that was cool. But when you start talking about all that artsy shit that she does and shit, yeah, I'm not into her. So I cross her
Did
out.
do that
I'm gonna go with The
crappy-ass
Rock.
You know,
Iron
it's funny. If I had to
Skies,
pick a-
pilot. Ugh.
If I had to pick a woman, I'd probably pick
Cicely Tyson.
Charlize Theron. I think is her name.
Charlize Theron.
I think that's her name.
Yeah.
And I think that's her. And it's kind of just movies like that she made with that. What's the one with they were golfing Will Smith and her, and he was
Vance? No.
Bagger Vance. Beggar Vance or what's the dude's name?
Man, what the fuck is his name?
Yeah.
Man, I like the one when she
You
did,
like that
when
movie?
What was it called? Ultraviolet.
Ultraviolet.
You
Yeah,
like
when she
that
was,
Bagger Vance shit?
She
Yeah,
was a
I
CIA
like- I like-
agent. She was whooping ass on that motherfucker.
Yeah.
Who?
No, wait. Atomic Blonde. Not Ultraviolet. Atomic Blonde. She was badass on that one. She needs to start doing more action.
Yeah. So yeah, this movie's like that. And the other chick I like too, the one that took the drug. You know, she took the drug and made her stronger. What chick is that?
What you talking about?
You know what movie that is? Where she took the drug. She takes this drug and
she's
next
widow.
thing you know, and she just starts getting stronger and stronger. That movie's crazy as hell. I
something-
forgot.
Oh my God! People are gonna be like, "You guys are."
They kind of look alike a little bit.
You guys are stupid.
What's the name of that movie?
You never seen
It's-
that one?
It's called. They were trying to smuggle drugs.
Yeah,
and
they
it-
put 'em in
and
their
it spilled
body.
out into her system,
Yeah.
and then she wound up becoming like a whole new other being. She could just
I don't
manipulate.
think I've seen that.
What?
God
That's a
was
cold
in it.
flick.
God was in it.
God.
Yeah.
Morgan Freeman?
God was in it.
He said, Morgan
Maybe I
Freeman.
have seen it. Shit, I don't know.
You speak to God, I bet you sound like Morgan Freeman.
That's funny when he said Morgan Freeman. Morgan Freeman.
Tony. Morgan Freeman? No, this is God.
Morgan Freeman.
I remember that part. Yeah, that's heck funny.
I know the actress he's talking about, but
Yeah, I
the name-
cannot think of her name.
I wonder what the name of the movie is. Because I sound familiar, but I just don't know if I can't remember seeing it or not. So
Yeah, she wound up having all kind of weird powers after.
Yeah,
She
she
became
was
a
good
superhero?
action star. She got
She
down in
could've
that
been.
movie. She whatever she is, her fighting scenes was cool, and she just got so strong that her
Scarlett
thought.
Johansson.
Yeah, I think that's her.
Jesus Christ.
ain't she really a superhero? In
Yeah.
someone in the movies?
Oh yeah,
Black
yeah,
Widow.
she might be, huh?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I think she's getting a spin-off too.
Yeah, I'm down for that.
Is
I
it-
can see her.
Is it
think can
Lucy?
see
I
she
like
whoop
her.
ass.
I mean, if Wonder Woman can have one, I give her one.
Is it Lucy? Is that
She
the
better
one?
than Wonder
Was
Woman.
it what was called Lucy?
Yep, Lucy.
You know, I saw that on the what I never watched it though.
Yeah, Lucy. That's what.
Yeah,
she-
Lucy.
That's
that was
the
pretty
one.
good.
That's a cold flick. So
So,
yeah, so that
so,
would be my. Wonder
hey,
Woman,
so
I guess.
we got that done. So real quick, I noticed that even though we ain't been on air in a couple of weeks, I noticed that our following went up from like 3 to 4.
Appreciate it.
But I noticed that some of our new followers are people that we work with. So I was
What's up, y'all?
I was wondering, is that going to be an issue for any of you guys? I mean, we want to always try to stay as real as we can be. We always try not to bite our tongue, even though after listening back, sometimes listening back to the episode we just done, sometimes I wish I wouldn't have said what I said, or maybe I could take back some of the things I say because maybe it didn't go off the same, or maybe I came off the wrong way on some of it. But anyway, we try to stay as real as we can. So I know with me, I'll speak first on it. I know with me when it comes to coworkers and stuff, if you're gonna be tenderhearted and words hurt, then this might not be something that you want to listen to, because even though I don't mention where I work at, and I won't be saying a lot of names when it comes to, situations with work and stuff like that. I will be speaking on if you fucking up at work and you doing if there's situations where I'm speaking on, I use Tony as an example. Everybody knows I work with Tony. If Tony's getting on my nerve at work, and
He's going on the show.
yeah, and he gets on my nerve enough that I'm still thinking about it when the show goes, then you might get talked about. So I'm happy to have y'all listening, but at the same time, I will be speaking on any and everybody.
Right. Don't worry about it. We won't mention no names.
Good, Tone.
But at the same time, if it affects me and it's a topic, it's going on the show. Sorry to tell y'all that it's going on the show, but take it from me, all names will be withheld. There will be nothing, and y'all could just wonder who you talking about.
I
Who you
don't know.
talking
Some of
about?
y'all's name might get mentioned. I got the mic. You don't.
I got a platform, you don't.
Yeah.
But y'all can comment, hit us up on our Instagram.
Yeah, and I might delete it if I don't like what it says.
Can we get some likes
Here's
on that iTunes,
So-
y'all?
You got something to say, Kat?
Yeah, I guess the person who's probably more the one who has the bad past or whatever you want to say about me is the one who can't really comment much on his job. Just my position in my job, I just can't really use any names. I can talk about situations, and it could affect me. I'm not gonna lie. That's the position I hold in my company, so I'd probably have to keep my chatter to a minimum. But I love for them to listen. I just know that some of the things that I say, I can't portray that at work because of my position. And this is the real me, though. What you get on this show is me. This is how I hang out with my boys. This is how I talk in my boys. But my job doesn't allow me to talk like that in public every day. So, I mean, hopefully people understand that listen from my job. If they don't, well, I guess, I have to deal with those consequences. But hopefully they understand me being a professional, what I do, that's my job. Me with my people, these are my partners, these are my homies, these are people I really care about, and we put this together to talk about us, the way we're living our life. And what
All
we're
right,
doing.
nigga, damn.
Man, fuck you.
You know
Eric.
what? It's a judgment
I
call.
mean, it's really
Hey,
hard. It's really hard to
don't-
say that. But
I tell you
I
what,
want to tell the truth.
Don't let.
Yeah, I'm gonna say
let-
what I feel I gotta say. I'm not gonna skip it if it needs to be
Right.
talked about. That's just
Don't
simple
let
as
this
that.
show affect your life outside the show.
Yeah, but why we do this is because we talking about us. This is us.
Right.
This is everyday life that we do. So I'm gonna say what I gotta say, and I'm not really gonna use names. I'm just not that type of dude. I'm not gonna try to put people on blast and put them out there without them knowing.
I'm just glad I ain't got to worry about that. I'm gonna let y'all.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, we kind of, me and Tone can probably say whatever we want to say.
Yeah,
This-
we
Yeah,
I'm
this
that's
gonna let
is
y'all
what it
know.
is.
man.
That's the good thing about
And
it.
we
Like, I
basically
can't hold
we
my
do
tongue.
this. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Tone.
No, go ahead.
I'm about to say basically we do the same thing at work too.
Yeah,
We
I'm-
say what we fuck we want to say.
I wish some days, man, at work, I wish I could talk shit, but it's just not something my
I mean,
position
'cause
doesn't
just
allow me
like-
to do that.
we
just
do
like
this at work.
Yeah, just like me and Tone, talk shit at work. You know, our people that's with us, our coworkers, they talk just as much shit. Our
Right.
supervisors, they talk shit. Sometimes they feel like talking more shit than others,
Can't do it.
but they talk shit, and so it's nothing for us to come in and work and all of us, I'm in the mood to talk shit, so I'm talking shit. Nobody else might not be in the mood, but I'm in the mood. And on the other hand, there's other days where I come in where I'm not in the mood, but then my supervisor decides that they want to come over and talk shit, and I'm the mad one. So we just
I wish I could. I just can't.
yeah, it is what it is.
It is what it is. I mean,
Yeah, everybody
We all
got their
different
advantages at work.
Yeah, don't
Yeah,
worry
That's
about
one
it.
of ours.
Yeah, nigga, UPS is hiring.
We got advantages.
Yeah.
We can say what we want.
I got a
almost.
shoe habit. That UPS ain't gonna do it for me.
Oh, yes, it is, cause I don't want to rat nobody out, but my shoe, one of my shoe hookups was a UPS dude,
Damn.
and hey, I was coming through with fire then, boy. When I was using him, I don't know how he was. I ain't gonna question all that. All I know is,
I don't know nothing.
all I know is I was getting the fire then, boy. Peace to Hub. I ain't gonna say that. shout out to
Shout
the
out to
Crafties. But no, I think that's it, man.
That's the show.
Yeah, looks like that's
That's
it.
it.
Oh my goodness, Big Tone, you want to add anything?
Don't ain't shit to say.
Man, no.
Well,
I'm finna go out there. I've been drinking. I'm about to go out there and get on Tony's Ducati.
Damn.
No,
tear
Oh
it
no,
up
no,
and tear
hey,
it up.
you should
No,
have
no.
brought that up. We gonna mention that. For a
No,
hot
we ain't
second.
gonna mention that. Leave that alone. Don't mention it. I just
I still
mentioned
So
gotta
it.
you
make
wanna
it
let
home.
go? You gonna
I
still
got.
make it
I'm
home?
finna go out there and
I'm
front.
just gonna let you know.
He been
I still
drinking. I'm
gotta
gonna give
make
him a
it
ride home.
home. No,
You can
I
ride on the back of the bike.
Woo.
I still gotta make it home. So yeah.
I'm gonna be on front. He gonna ride on the back.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Put my nuts on your lower back.
Oh, see. I was trying to think of a
Oh,
comeback for that.
shit.
But I'm gonna leave it
You
alone.
do
You know
not
what?
want to get on that.
We should have
motherfucker.
cut this
Yeah,
off 5 minutes
shoulda
ago.
cut that
See?
shit off.
Put my nuts right on your back.
Nuts
dude.
resting on my back now.
Oh, that's some shit I do not want to get into.
Oh,
I'm leaving
shit.
it alone.
You don't want to do that.
But let's get it.
Well,
I'm glad to be back. Glad to be black.
once again.
Y'all didn't see that and catch that. Let me say it one more time. I'm glad to be back.
Man, it's late.
Man, we
Glad
caught
to
that
be
bullshit you said. Shut up. This is your lover,
They
man.
get to listen to these stupid ass
Mr. Lover, man. Shut up.
So hey, that's the motherfucking show. Listen to us, man. We trying to get there. We trying to make it happen. Try to get down.
Yeah,
With y'all every
comment.
week. We back.
Comment on
So,
Instagram. Let us know. Give us some
comment.
feedback.
yes.
Let us know
Yeah,
if you
and
heard me.
I promise you Instagram's gonna get better.
Yes, it definitely will. Get on that iTunes, subscribe.
Let us know you're hearing us. All right. Love you, ma.
Peace.
Y'all. Let's do it. What was this?